And if you just keep moving along, you can look to the right and see some of the most hated, unpopular, and unplayed cards in Marvel Snap. That is until the great release of October 1st, 2024. When Scream hit Marvel Snap, a 2-cost 2-power card with the ability of, when an enemy card moves, steal 2 power from it once per turn. Let's just go ahead and get right to the chase, guys. Scream is going to be an incredible card in Marvel Snap and my favorite of the season and probably my favorite moving forward because of the new birth that she gives to an archetype. You have great cards that already have strong abilities, but now Scream is going to have just insane stats to go with them. Scream has the ability to gain technically +4 net power starting from turn 2 if they happen to move something, all the way to turn 6. That's 20 power. 2 cost. I mean, we were getting crazy about Lizard at 2-5 back in the day. But on top of that, when you combine her ability defensively against, the common cards of Nightcrawler, Jeff, Nocturne, Silk is Decimated, and Vision, but then you can offensively play cards like Spider-Man, Polaris, and Arrow. You're already doing so many great things, moving and putting cards where they don't want them, but now you're also gaining insane power and stealing it to boot. So Scream's got a lot behind her, but what did I think about after playing her for a while? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how good is Scream starting off in just competitive play. And she's not going to be exactly flexible, but I'm still going to give her a 4-star here. A very good card who honestly, I'm tempted to give even higher just because of how elite she is in the deck that she belongs in. Simply put, for a 2-cost card, the amount of power she's able to have while also simultaneously able to take that power from your opponent combined with, well, displacing the cards and where they want to play them. It's just a perfect recipe for a very dependable competitive card. Now, this does go down a little bit because she isn't going to be everywhere. We might see her in some mid-range stuff where you only have a couple of movement cards, but for the time being, it's working best in a deck just full of movement options. Now in the fun category, it's got to be a 5 out of 5 because she's just giving birth to a whole new playstyle within the game against Spider-Man, Polaris, Kingpin. All these cards that we weren't able to play now feel good again, and it's a lot of fun to play. Just moving your opponent, playing this aggro style is something I'm always going to have a good time with. Flexibility, this is where she takes the big hit, at least for now. Again, it could be, having a spot in mid-range decks, and yes, it's kind of a tech card against movement decks, but for the most part, it's like a 1.5 or 2-star here because, well, she's mainly going to want to be with about like 10 to 15 cards, and that's obviously very bad, and so I could give her much lower than that, but again, I'll give a little bit of leniency because she could fit into some other decks as we continue to deck build. And then we get to stability. Now, again, I don't know, but what I can say is she feels kind of too strong for a 2-cost, especially with the deck being kind of a toxic, evil deck. Like, Second Dinner has a reputation to nerf these kind of cards that are giving the player base something to write on Twitter about. So I do worry in that regard. I think she feels kind of perfect and helps this deck a lot. But again, I'm not holding my breath because Second Dinner, they just tend to nerf cards like Scream. We've seen it in Athena. We've seen it in White Widow. We continue to see this in the 2-cost cards they release. And so don't be surprised. But again, it would take a massive nerf. Like even 2-0, which I don't think she'd become, is okay, I guess, because you're still able to boost up to crazy power. All right, let's go ahead and talk about today's deck in Move Thief, and it's exactly what you think. We have a deck that we're trying to clog opponents' lanes while putting negative power on their side and gaining power on our side, combined with great cost to power cards with good abilities. Now, there's tons of cards that you can flex in and out of this deck. I'll say right off the bat, Jeff is probably the most replaceable after maybe Miles, but essentially all these cards feel so perfect together that you don't want to separate them all too much. For the most part, it's a pretty straightforward deck here, guys. I mean, turn 1 is always Kingpin. Turn 2 is going to be Scream if you have her. If you don't, play Kraven down, and then Jeff if you have nothing else to play. But one thing that will take a little bit of time is knowing where to play what cards. You don't want to stack Scream and Kraven together. Does Kingpin go with Kraven? It will depend on what your opponent's playing and what you do have in hand. I typically put Scream in kind of her own lane to do her own thing. She goes so crazy so fast, and because you're playing her early, you can typically add power to her later, and she's going to continue to gain said power. You're going to be a bit more defensive here and not play all of your cards as soon as you can. A great example of this is on turn 3. Obviously, Polaris and Spider-Man most of the time are going to make sense to play on turn 3, especially because there should be cards on the opponent's side. If you have Scream down, Kingpin, then it even makes more sense. But Juggernaut is one of those cards that you don't always want to play. If you have Scream down and you know they're going to play at a certain location, like White Hot Room or something like that, or the Raft, then of course play Juggernaut down. But typically, he's kind of nice to have as a surprise, or you can move a card on turn 3 and play Miles Morales with Juggernaut or Miles with one of the 3 costs. Turn 4 can be Stegron, depending how the board state is. But again, you have a lot of low costs that you can combine, really just make use of it. Maybe get Craven down and Jeff so that you can move that for some extra power. But just remember, anytime you can play Scream, get that freaking card down. Now, turn 5, same song and dance. You can play 2s with 3s, but you have 2 insanely good 5-cost cards. Cannonball, I typically play on turn 6, but there are room and ways to play him depending on how the game has gone. If you've identified a deck like a zoo deck or something that's going to fill the locations, then typically later is better. But if you can use Cannonball to displace and just really just screw up your opponent's game plan, then definitely play him early. Arrow is just situational, sometimes completely game winning. If you can play Arrow on a Kingpin lane or a Scream lane, you're typically going to be good, and Craven as well, because the power that you output is going to be much greater than the card that you pull. And then lastly, we've got Magneto, who you're not going to always play. He's got nice power. You're going to have to weigh how many 3 costs they have, and if that really is going to ramp you up enough to win the game. Keep in mind, you're only going to steal power from one of those cards, and so, you know, obviously using Magneto, stealing with Scream, and everything going to the Kingpin Craven lane is typically the best scenario, but it does depend on what you've drawn and played down leading up to this point. Again, these cards finally create such an awesome aggro movement deck, and again, you can go with, you know, Nocturne. You can play things like Captain Marvel, I love in the deck. Tech cards like Red Guardian, Shang-Chi can work here. I like Cloak as well, as it kind of baits your opponent. If you have Scream down, you can put Cloak to rearrange some of your cards, but if your opponent tries to do so, then you obviously steal some power. Kind of all together, guys, it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to this new archetype, if you will. There's a lot more micro and macro decisions than you might think, and so do give yourself some patience as you learn the play style of the deck. And that's pretty much it, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into battles. I used to play a ton of Mobster Move, and so I'll show you exactly how to play kind of an aggro move style deck, and Move Thief really highlights everything you need to know. When it comes to Scream, guys, and who is she, you can go check that out on my new channel, CozyTV. Very short one because Scream was only in really comics and lore for a hot minute, but definitely a cool character, none of the less. Let's go ahead and jump on in. DJ Sir Dundenstein, 1 battery right now, aren't we all? All right, we have Kiln, so everything we want to play is over here. Scream will definitely go left side. We have a Kitty Pride Gamer. Off the bat, I really like our odds here. Hub gives us Valentina. That's crazy. We have great starting cards, too. We have our First Lady just looking for our second. The fact that I get to play Arrow and it's not Cope is just too good of news for one man to bear. Nice. Okay, so we're definitely going to hit this guy with... I mean, it's tempted to do Valentina and Craven, but Juggernaut makes a ton of sense here. Right, just for a lot of reasons. Or we play Spider-Man and move the Angela, and then we jug next turn. Yeah, let's do that, because there's only 1 card here. Yeah, this is the play. I mean, that's just going to be Kitty Pryde anyway, but... Perfect. And then we'll play Juggernaut here. Was kind of hoping that went on Kiln, but hit him with a -2. There's Thena. Okay. Honestly, I think we just go with Stegron now, right? Hit the Thena there, steal from it. This is a snap moment, but we won't. Smack that there. Cosmo into Sable. Okay, so we've won Kiln. We just have to focus on one other lane, which is probably going to be this one. We can Arrow. We've got the Cosmo. Honestly, guys, I think what we'll do, I think I'm going to play Arrow here, which could just flat out win the game for us, or we play Juggernaut and Craven. This could fill him up and just win the game flat out for us. I'm tempted to snap, but again, we need to see the game's playthrough. All right, we move Sable, so he does keep 1. We hit him with this, and now all we do is jug middle, and we win the game. Because nothing he could play is going to win left side. We could even do more chaotic stuff here. But yeah, this is enough to win it for us, guys. Pretty much no matter what, because Scream's going to steal too. I mean, there's just not a world he can win this, and there we go. Nice. So when it gets kind of the balanced new Agent Venom deck and handle it pretty smoothly. Pretty smoothly with the Scream. Alrighty, guys, we have a Tillian, which is both a bummer, but we don't have Scream in the starting hand, so this is one of those times where, like, we're kind of okay with it. Krakoa is good for like a Stegron on 4. Let's get Craven down now. We'll put Craven right side. Again, we're going to be losing these cards with Atilian, but at least we have a shot here. Jugging on Atilian seems... Oh, yeah, this is a great play here. Oh, man, but we also have the Kingpin and the Jeff. Tough decision, but I think ultimately this is definitely the play that we want to do. No. Oh, he doesn't... Wow, okay. Well, it was a win-win. We get the Craven up. The other play would have been slightly better. Deadpool into Hulkbuster. All right, so we know, like, Deathlock and all that's going to be played over here. But wouldn't it be a damn shame if somebody played a Polaris now and or Spider-Man? We're going to go with Polaris now. And we're not going to top deck it because we kept the Stegron. So let's just go ahead and we're going to pull this, get this pulled over. He's going to... Yeah, this is... We're going to snap here. Typically, I don't snap, obviously, because we like to keep the plays. But this is just an obvious one here. Because it's like 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Yeah, here we go. Beautiful. Pull that left side. It is helping him a tad bit. We didn't want to play on Krakoa, though. Get that built up. Beautiful. Carnage does nothing. He might leave. Maybe not. And he's snapping because I don't know why. We're going to play Arrow here for sure. Get 10 power on what we've got. No Scream, no problem. My girl gets the job done. All right, Venom goes over there.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Okay. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go Scream here. And then Spider middle. 212 Scream, move it, pull, get the Craven boost. That's a W. We definitely go Scream now. We'll put Craven in that lane later. Hawkeye. Kate Bishop. Well, that's a bummer, to say the least. Yep. Yeah, not fun. But we can go ahead and play Polaris and at least move back over here, move the Hawkeye, get a little pointless stealing for nothing. And we do have, you know, Juggernaut and stuff to try to move some cards over there. Stegron would have massive value here. But let's see what we get. Shung. Yo. Okay. That Scream's going crazy. Let's go Spider-Man over here. It's going to whip back anyway, but, you know, maybe we can get it over to Cancun. Did he just play how many? What? Steal that. Doesn't really matter. Get the Spider-Man back over there. We have Angela, Acid Arrow, and a basic arrow. So he has to play on this lane. We have priority. We're definitely hitting this guy with the Juggernaut now. We do have Cannonball, but we don't need that. We can go Jeff or Juggernaut. I think the Kingpin is going to be worth its value here. So let's go ahead and play that now. Kind of want to snap. Probably should snap, but we won't. Kingpin. Juggernaut. Dude, if this Cancun wasn't there, man, we would be just absolutely shredding this game with the Scream. Look at this 13 power. Cosmo goes back over there, but we're winning by a handsome amount. And Kitty Pryde. Okay. Well, I think we just do the Magneto because whatever he plays, he might want this. And then we just go as high as we can power-wise. We won't snap. Take the Cosmo over here. We're going to hope that he desperately wants an on-reveal for whatever that is. We're definitely safe on points after just the decimation of that Cosmo. He does win that lane, right? But it's not even close to enough. So, good stuff there. Definitely happy on how that game went, even with the Cancun. Would have snapped on it a while ago, but, you know, we got to play it through. Nor Dimension. Okay, Jeffrey, Kingpin. What do we want to do? Let's go Kingpin here, and then we're going to Spider-Man next turn. He's going to play double there. Maximus, what in the bot? And they're not in a box. They're in a clan. Ronin War Machine deck, something like that. All right, we did get Scream. We also got Jeff. Let's do this.
I still believe in heroes.
I don't... Oh, it's Airship. Dude, sometimes it takes me too long to realize it's Airship. I'm like, what the hell am I playing? But this makes a lot more sense. Oh, man. Okay. So we have Stegron now. We kind of have the perfect situation. Like, this for the Stegron play is just massive. And then we'll play down the boost to a Jhin. And I feel really good here. We should snap now. Because he's got to be feeling, you know, pretty confident. Okay, so we could hit the Jhin over, which would be a lot of negative power for what it's worth. Marvel Boy left side. Okay, well, at least we're putting a lot of negative power there. We steal in the middle. Massive power play, and we have the bonus energy. Turn 5, we have, what is it, 7 power? I mean, this is just a complete OP play. And then this is also completely cracked. This will move things to there. This may not move anything, so maybe we just go with this. We have the Ebony there, and then we play this here. I feel like this is just a winner chicken dinner, right? Like, this just feels like this is not beatable. Throw them over there. Hit them both with Kingpin, get the one steal off. And we get priority. We don't have to worry about any Goliath nonsense. We don't take the Ebony, we take the Maximus, which is fine. It helps him out a little bit, but... What does he play here? Gilgamesh? He's only got one boosted card. And a -1 Jhin. Okay, so maybe he's got Blue Marvel or something. And these aren't ones, these are zeros, yeah. We should put a little padding over here, like one of these girls. But other than that... I mean, he can't even play here. Could have just... Dude, there's like 9 plays that we could have done. I was thinking Arrow. We could have got Magneto and pulled the Marvel Boy. That was just a... Man, that was a solid one. Okay, Kraven, Scream, Miles, Arrow. Now... I don't even care that we have Asteroid M so much. We haven't even actually benefited from it too much. We're going right into turn 2. We both skip. We do have the Scream now. Kraven here is also really good. We'll activate the Scream first because we can get the Kraven down next turn. He does the same thing, so look at us. And then Starlight swaps the position of each location. Hold on. So do we go Kraven there, but that's after turn 4. Yeah, that's fine. Look at us, this mirror match. I think it's just slap this guy over here because it's the safest play right now. And we don't risk the Screams going crazy. I mean, he's probably going to play Polaris or whatever, but let's start with this. There we go.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, get out of here, man. All right, that's fine. It's going to hurt a little bit, but at least we move the Kingpin. Yeah, that's a pretty big move. Corson didn't go right there. Okay, we did guess right on the Kraven, so we're happy with where our Kraven lands. We have to play left side. Arrow is literally useless. This is not terrible. This hurts us pretty badly. I think this will be our play. I know we're filling it out early, but we're going into the last turn, right? Juggernaut will come over here. It'll boost up this will even out our Juggernaut play. But yeah, I think this will be our play. Unless he jugs us, then this is just catastrophic. Catastrophic. Hello, it's Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. My God almighty. The priority matters just so much here. At least we get our own little thing going on, but good God. Keep in mind, Jug is going to be at least moved safely because the Scream can't do it again, so Kraven does go up. And this guy's going to get moved safely. So I guess it was fine. We just traded the lane value there. And we luckily do have priority. So let's see. The last card he played was Jug. So this is 12 power plus the Scream move. This gets a Scream as well. And that. But we displace so much that I think it's got to just be Magneto here. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of moves he's going to do. It's going to wash out close, but I think we're going to end up with the win here. So we move these two. Steal, boost up our left side. If he takes our Stegron, no, it's going to be our... Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay. All good stuff there. All right, well, we got ourselves the win, which is nice against a mirror match where he was kind of controlling for a while, but we still came out on top. Craven, Magneto, Miles, random 3 costs. Wish it was Polaris, but we got our own. And Deathlock. All right, skip turn 1. Mirror Dimension, we get Stegron. Let's play Craven down left side. Although, we had the Stegron. Probably should have played him mid or right, but that's okay. We have a Widow. An Asteroid M, so we definitely should have played him right. Let's go to just get Polaris, pull this over there, get the Craven, and then it'll whip back over here. Scream right now would be massive. That's going to change Asteroid M, so we just keep the Polaris where it's at. That's fine. All right. I think this can still move, too. Hit Monkey. Crown City. Hello. We'll go with these two now. Debris, okay. See if we get lucky enough to get the Spider-Man. Yeah, that's fine, because then we don't clog, and we continue to get the Widow's Kiss down. Get 6 power there. Take priority. Would be incredible to get Scream, but we don't have her. We do have our Sweet Love in Arrow. I feel like this may be a good idea, just to go ahead and take this Debris over there, get that up, make sure we win left lane. So he has to play mid now a good amount. Dude, I actually like our chances here. He is going to get... Crown City's a bit awkward. He does take priority too. So Cannonball is going to be the play here massively. We just have to hope he plays... he might do like Acid Arrow, but we're winning the other ones. I feel pretty good about this. It depends what he plays, right? Like if this is... Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, that hurts. That definitely... That does hurt. Hold on now. That needs to go all the way... left. Okay, we are amazing. Oh boy, that was down to RNG essentially. That was a great cannonball play on his part, and we snagged it out without Scream too, which is nice. Alrighty, so we have Death Domain, Scream in hand, Kingpin ready to go. Let's get him over here on the right side, and then we have Death Domain to go into with like our Spider-Man and stuff if we can, which is pretty advantageous for what we got going on. I heard somebody say that they never heard the word advantageous till they watched me, and now it's like all they hear. Okay, he's snapping. Guessing he got his thing on curve. We got ours on curve, and I like Scream a tad better. So we're going to separate these two. Get Scream down now. My guess is he probably has Brood, whatever for Washington, D.C. Yeah, there's the Venom on curve. We've got Craven. Where do we think he's going to play? Yo, can you imagine? Do you think he'll play Brood here and we just hit him with this? Only problem is if we miss, it's pretty lackluster. Whereas we could just do, you know, the Agent Venom with Spider-Man. Let's do this. I feel like he's going to play here, right? We feel that. Don't miss. God damn. Well, that's a bummer. That's okay though. We're gonna act like everything's fine. Let's get Jeff and Craven down together. Right now our Scream's not doing a lot. Okay, not doing too much. I still like my odds. He isn't putting anything down that exactly scares me. We can hit something with this. We can use Spider-Man. Let's go ahead and hit over one of these. Yeah, we'll just play anything down. I mean, this thing's about to take a hit because Kingpin on top of Scream getting power and Craven. Look at how insane this is. And we're going to get either Spider-Man or Magneto down. Cool. So he literally can't get anything on Grand Central now. Insane. Don't know why he wanted to play that middle, but he didn't. Anything but the Tiger Spirit and we're good. Yeah, that's massive because now he's going to have negative power over there. Although it's once per turn, so never mind. So Scream didn't get massive value, but definitely good enough. We'll move Jeff here. We can go... We can play like Magneto here. Cannonball's a bit too risky. I think we just go with Magneto right here. If he fills it, great. If he doesn't, I still think we win. All right, cool. So we're going to take this Jubilee. So we should win left side and this side, yeah? This should just be an easy 8 cubes. Steal with the Scream. We have a good amount in the middle, too. 16 in the mid. Cassandra only has 3 costs. Yeah, dude, we're fine. Ironheart. Yo, that was a crazy snap for this guy to A, stick with that, and B... I don't know. I love climbing rank, though, too, in an opening season. Great example, though. Like, we didn't even do that much with Scream that time, and she got up to 6, right? So, in theory, we stole... You know, she's a 210 value here. It's just stupid. All right, we have Kingpin, Miles, Juggernaut, and Arrow. We'll get Kingpin over here on the right side. Oh, look at that. Doesn't matter how old this emote is. We got to hit him with the Spider-Man point. Negative zone. We have our Jeff now, too. Let's go ahead and put him in the Kingpin lane. Crimson. Do we jug now? This is such a bad power move. We could jug. Well, we know he's got to play here if he does play. So, and it's going to be going to the Craven, but then it gets hit at least by our Kingpin. So we can do that. So it's kind of a net.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, dude, but it didn't count as a move. So our Kingpin doesn't. Yo, what? Oh, no, it still hits. Okay, I was like, why would that not hit? But we're good. We're winning by with -1. Look at us, guys. Look at us. This is awkward. I mean, do we Miles? Do we Stegron? And Stegron helps the guy out. I guess we can Steggy and just see what he plays. Yo, that was actually amazing. Because now we'll go ahead and hit his card, and then the Kingpin now is going to activate. That couldn't have been better. I really appreciate Sandy helping us out with that. All right, turn 5. Things are getting weird in this mirror match. What the hell? He's probably going to play like Arrow and move the Stegron here, and then this will wash out and not do anything. I think I'm just going to play Arrow here for the points, though. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fine, I guess. And then this Jeff he's about to play is going to go down to 1, right? Yeah, so we play the Arrow here. That's cool. Like Kingpin can hit cards that don't. Dude, this Craven's 13. What the hell? Okay. So, I think it's Cannonball here. Miles and Jeff here. This seems right.
We are the future.
Beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. No Scream. Still got the win. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Sandy did half the plays for me. Ended up making it work. And that was such a weird mirror match because neither of us had Scream, but it was kind of cool. Craven Scream in the opener with Arrow. Got my 2 lovely ladies with their... Man, Craven kind of scares me, man. If I saw this guy in the street, I'm turning the other direction. I'm going to the other side of the sidewalk. He frightens me. All right, Asteroid M, Scream, Craven. I mean, this just is, Scream's awesome. No pun intended. Let's get Scream over here. We'll get Craven next turn over here. Of course, it's a mirror match. A lot of mirror matches on this video. I apologize, guys, but it's because it's stupid. I usually don't do hot location days. I almost never go back to back, but I wanted to get this video out. I mean, I suppose we just get the Craven now because we want to start building it up as soon as possible. And my God, just riveting gameplay here. What's worse than 1 Craven? 2. Kingpin now, and we pull the Scream over here. That's probably our best play, but he's probably going to do the same. Would you look at that? This is awesome. This is why we play Marvel Snap. But you know what? We had the Kingpin, so check freaking mate. Although now it's bad because we can't play more cards there. Don't worry about that. Okay, well, a lot of shit going on here. We do have Prio. Let's go ahead and get Arrow down. Our Scream's going to go up even more. I think do we snap here? I kind of want to I'm just snapping here, dude. It's a mirror match, but we have 1 extra on them, and we have the cards we need to win. And then what we'll do is just play Juggernaut and Spider-Man next turn. I don't see how that's bad. Maybe even Magneto, but probably not. All right, we pull that over here. Steal a little bit of this. Hopefully this is a... Yes. Oh, my God. Thank you. Sure, man. No worries. That goes there. Craven goes up. Our Scream is not going to steal because it already did. And Silk, he can't play another card. It's game over. I mean, he's got to quit here, yeah? He's got to stop. We have Prio, too. So I think, naturally, this and this win it with no way of him to win. I guess we would take this over, but there's legitimately no way he can win this. Okay, he's going over there. Is he going to Magneto, maybe? He doesn't dare. He doesn't dare Magneto, does he? Well, that dies. That's actually kind of concerning. Yo, is this Magneto? I think this is Magneto. No, it's Arrow. Okay. Thank God. Thank God. If that was Magneto, it would have pulled Polaris and Spider-Man. So we actually would have lost to that, right? I think so. All right, guys, that's going to be for today's video. Scream, I'm telling you, one of my favorite cards in a long time just because of what she does for the game. Excited to get better and better with her deck. And hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I know you guys have wanted more of a sign-off. So this is the sign-off. Have a good one. Okay. Bye. Happy snapping. Subscribe. Subscribe if you've lasted this long. Okay, bye.